Welcome to tonight's meditation. I am going to be playing some music in the background. Hopefully you guys will be able to hear this as we get comfortable and dive into our meditation. Thank you for joining me tonight. I always hope that this meditation time allows people a gift to themselves of some peace and quiet and being with their own thoughts. Like I always say about meditation, it's not about clearing the mind because that seems impossible. It's more about being able to sit with your own thoughts and this way acknowledge them and be able to decipher. Nick!
Hey.
Yay! And Isabel, hello. Hello, everybody. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Wonderful. Okay. So I am recording this and I'm playing my music, and I will mute everybody down. And I just invite you guys to get ready for this gift to yourself tonight of peace and relaxation. I know for our 908 family, losing Mike Duger this past week to his battle with leukemia. And one of the words that kept coming to mind when I thought about Mike during his battle was strength. And we all saw that, how strong he was. And so I wanted to pay tribute tonight to Mike and his family and his strength. And to remind all of us lovingly that we all have strength inside of us. Sometimes it's just harder to find, and we don't know exactly where to look. So tonight we're going to take a journey back in time, and it's going to be a journey of strength. And so I invite you to get comfortable, and however you're seated, whatever you're sitting on, feel the support under you, under your legs and your bum. Feel the support against your back. Maybe your arms are resting on your legs and you feel the support of your legs. And just know, as always, that not only are you physically supported, but you're also spiritually supported by everyone that's on this call, your family and friends and community. And even though we can't be together right now physically, I know I feel the support in all of the things that we are doing online, virtually, feeling so much love and support, because that is what we need most right now. And so I invite you to take a deep breath in through your nose. And I want you to take a long exhale through your mouth. And do that a couple more times. You can close your eyes. And you're going to be inhaling peace. And you're going to be exhaling what doesn't serve you right now. This is your opportunity to invite peace in with each inhale And with each exhale, to let go what isn't serving you right now. So take that invitation and make it your own tonight. This is your time, your gift to yourself. Speaking of strength tonight, and you guys can return to normal breathing when you want. Speaking about strength, I know for myself that when we're looking for it, we seem to think about the future. And I'm going to need to find strength to get through what I'm going through. I'm going to need to find strength for tomorrow, next week, next year. And what I have found is that we rarely, if ever, look back at a former version of ourselves that also needed strength. We kind of forget that all of our life's experiences bring us to where we are today in this very moment. And we always seem to be worried about the future. And yet we rarely look in that rearview mirror at what's behind us, what we've already come through, what we've already struggled with and battled and gotten through it. Because we're here today. That's proof in and of itself that we have strength within us. Right now, during this time that we're all going through, strength seems to be fleeting. Because as each day rolls into the next, we're not sure what to expect. And so we might be finding ourselves lost, wondering, where am I going to draw this strength from? And tonight, we're going to regain some of it on our journey. We're going to go back to maybe like a version of us that was roughly 15 years ago, roughly 50 to 20 years, 15 to 20 years ago. And when you think about that version of you, I want you to really picture yourself at that time, all those years ago. What did you look like? Where were you living? What was the climate like where you were living? And what were you doing? Working, going to school, dating someone, not dating someone, not working, traveling. And what I want you to think about tonight is something during that time that you struggled with, because we all have struggles. Life has many ups and downs. And I want you to think about a time then where you were really struggling and really needed to find strength in whatever it is you were going through. I want you to envision yourself in a big white room. And it's pretty bright, the room. It's pretty big. Actually, the walls and the ceiling, you can't even really decipher where they begin and end. You feel how big the room is. It's warm, it's comforting. And you are actually going to invite into that room that version of you, the younger version of you who needed strength. And as that younger version of you walks towards you, maybe it even makes you a little emotional. Seeing that version of you, knowing that that is part of you and always will be. But maybe seeing the pain that that version of you was going through. And the thing is, nobody wants to feel pain. So what do so many of us do is put on a mask for the world to see. So that when people ask us how we're doing, we can smile and say fine and hide behind the mask because maybe it's too painful to tell someone what we're going through. Maybe we don't know how they will judge us or shame us. And so we all go through these periods where we put on the mask and people think that we've got it all together because that's what we say. I'm fine. I'm doing fine. People think it looks like she or he has it all together at work, at home. But the problem is when you put on a mask to try to block the pain, you also block all of the goodness that life has for us. You end up blocking everything and numbing it out with the mask that you're putting on for the world. But on the inside, every time you say, I'm fine, when you're not, you chip away a little bit at your beautiful soul that actually wants to speak up and say, I'm not fine. I need some help. I need to find some strength. I'm struggling. The problem is when we ask for help and potentially remove the mask, we are at our most vulnerable. And that's a really scary place to be. So we learn at a very young age to put the mask on and hope that people don't really see maybe how we're truly feeling. And the more we pretend everything's okay, the harder we try to dig for that strength. And the more we tell everybody we're okay, the more actually we become isolated and withdrawn from the people that can help us the most. We've all had many struggles in our lives. And tonight, when we're looking at that former version of ourselves, who was so brave, who actually had a lot of courage and strength, we want to lovingly give them grace tonight. I want you to think about how you feel right now, looking at the former version of you, knowing that that version did everything they could with everything they had to get through those times. And you are here today because of the strength of that version of you. The gift tonight that you're going to give yourself is you're actually going to reach your hands up lovingly with warmth. And you are going to remove the mask that the former version of you was wearing and still might be wearing. You want to lovingly reach up, remove the mask, to see the true you that has always been there, and to say, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of everything you did to get through those times. And look where we are today. I know it hasn't always been easy, but you did it with strength and courage. And as each version of you goes through the cycles of life, it's so important to look back on that beautiful version of you that did it in the face of fear, in the face of adversity. That version of you showed up every day with what they had and got through it. And as you remove the mask tonight of that former version of you, you give a gift to yourself today, a lighter version of you today that doesn't have to carry the pain of that mask, that can say, I see you for everything you were at that time. And I want to thank you for being that version of you at that time, of us, so that we could get to where we are today. And when we think about the future and the upcoming times in our lives where we will need strength and courage, we can lovingly remind ourselves that there were times like this time tonight that we're thinking about where we had to dig deep for strength and courage and love and compassion for ourselves. We so lovingly give love and compassion to everyone else. And it's moments like this where we give that love and compassion directly to ourselves because we deserve it too. We deserve all of it. And we need to remind ourselves of it so that we can continue to become all of the future versions of ourselves that we will be and that are meant for us. Each one of us, our lives are unique. There was never one of you before. There will never be another you. You are uniquely you, and this is your path. And everything that has brought you to today, tonight, we give all of that our love and our grace and say thank you, self, for continuing to put one foot in front of the other when it was scary, when we didn't know what was next. But you have proven time and time again that you can do it. As you look at the former version of you, you see strength. And maybe you find yourself smiling. And that smile is a sign of your strength. Feel it. Maybe you feel it through your body right now. Whether it's warmth, or maybe it's a chill and a knowing that strength is already within you. Many times we need to become silent with ourselves so we can remind ourselves that the strength is there. We don't have to look outwards because everything we already need is already inside of us. We were born with it. It's our gift, this gift of life, and we are to take it with us on each one of our journeys. I invite you to take another deep breath in through your nose and inhale the peace. And then you exhale through your mouth all of the things that aren't serving you. And tonight we are reminded that even though we still might wear masks to try to protect ourselves, may tonight be the gentle reminder that you can pull down the mask. There are people there, ready and willing and able to love you and support you for the you that you truly are, the real you, the authentic you, that is not always fine, that sometimes, especially during this time, wants to say, I'm not okay. I need some help. Will you listen to me for a while? Will you talk to me? And just knowing that the love and support is there will help us continue to put one foot in front of the other during these very trying times. Let's take another inhale through our nose, exhale through our mouth. I invite you guys to start to flutter open your eyes, feel some movement in your fingers and your toes. And I hope that you take this gift that you've given yourself tonight with you tonight into tomorrow and all of the days to come, knowing that the strength that we're all looking for, especially right now, is already within us. It is there to help us continue to take it one day at a time, knowing years from now, we can look back on this version of ourselves and say, thank you. I am so proud of you for doing what you did during that time. And above all, I love you. Thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. I wish you guys love and health and safety. I truly appreciated your company tonight, your energy, your love, and your support. Thank you guys.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you guys.